Hi everyone, welcome to our very first vlog.
Wow.
Yeah, this is weird.
So if you don't know who we are, I don't know how you are here.
Welcome.
Welcome. We are on TikTok and Instagram, and that will be linked in the caption description area
Thing.
And we do a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, board game, books,
Nerd
content.
stuff.
Yeah, nerd stuff.
Huge nerds, that's what we are.
So today, we're going to talk about some frequently asked questions that we get on our TikTok and Instagram pages.
First question. How do I get into Dungeons and Dragons?
Find friends. That is the most difficult part, is finding friends to play with you. So obviously, if you have friends who are already playing Dungeons and Dragons and they've asked you to join in, that step is skipped and it's much easier. But if you want to start playing and you don't have any friends who are already playing, pick your nerdiest friends or go online, because there's a lot of games online that are looking for players, and you can go to Discord, you can go to Roll20. There's a Facebook group. If you go to Facebook, a group, what is it?
Finder. D&D Group Finder.
D&D Group Finder on Facebook is another option. Those are all ways that you can find groups that already exist that are looking for additional players. Also, local game stores.
That's true. Those are great places to find games that are already going, or to find people who are looking for a new group. Especially if you live in a big city. Question number 2. What class and race is your favorite to play?
I don't have a favorite race because I haven't played a lot of them. I really tend to gravitate towards races that have dark vision, just because I feel like that's very helpful to have. But I've played Elf, Half Elf, and Air Genasi. And that's all I've played, because I tend to not really care about race as much as I care about class. So for class, my favorite class to play is Druid. Though I am playing a Ranger currently, and I'm enjoying that a lot more than I thought I would. Rogue is also fun. I guess I don't really have a favorite, because I've liked all of my characters.
You have. You've enjoyed all of them, at least that I've seen you play. And I've seen you play Homes. Yes. My favorite race, it's a hard choice, because, I'm the DM majority of the time, so I get to play a bunch of different races and classes and whatnot, just, with NPCs. My favorite race that I have played as was a furball. I just feel like that encompassed me. But as far as class goes, I don't know, it's hard. I love wizards. I love wizards so much. I would say probably wizard is my favorite class. So.
Fireball.
Except I never took it. As a wizard, I've never had fireball. Question number 3. How long have you been playing Dungeons and Dragons?
3.5 years? 4.5.
We've been married 3, and we got started...
So 3.5.
3.5. Question number 4. What kind of dog is Pinto?
What kind of dog are you, Pinto?
Troublemaker. That's what kind.
Boop, boop. She is an Australian Shepherd, and she is a puppy. She is currently
8 months.
A little over 8 months.
Yes.
Yep.
Question number 5. Any tips for new players?
I would strongly suggest listening to podcasts or watching streams, videos of other people playing. I feel like Dungeons and Dragons is a little bit difficult to pick up if you've never played an RPG game before, because the way stats work can be a little confusing. To
Yeah, how to use all the numbers involved is difficult.
and when to roll and what that means when you roll. If you have a good dungeon master, then it's not that difficult. But if your dungeon master is also new, I think it can be a little confusing for everyone. So listening to other people do it is a very helpful way to get the idea of how things flow and when you roll, what that means and stuff like that.
Yes. And then there's the role play aspect, which that is pretty intimidating for a lot of new players. It can get hard to get into the vibe of that. Just acting out your character can be difficult, but just, give it time, you get there. It was hard for us the first time. I remember first time we were like...
It's kind of awkward because you're like, you're basically improv acting. And if you have no acting background before, then that can be really intimidating, especially if you are not very close with other people in your group. Then you're also like got social anxiety. Just go for it, like 100% go for it, and don't think about what other people are thinking of you, because you're not you in that moment. You're playing as someone else. So yeah, I don't know if that's helpful, but that's what I think about.
Our final question. Any tips for new dungeon masters? Well, I would say don't go too hard on yourself, because you're going to stress about whether or not your players are having any fun. You're going to stress about whether or not it's engaging and they feel like they can play their characters. And so don't push yourself so hard that you run yourself thin. Just, allow your players to have fun. Allow your players to make choices that they want to make. I mean, what's your favorite thing about the way I DM?
I appreciate that you allow characters to play you allow people to play to their character. So maybe my character does something ridiculous, but it makes sense for my character, and it completely derails what you have planned for that night, or we completely evade a plot point because we don't go to the area that you wanted us to go to. I would say don't get caught up in the details, because you may have a perception of what's important to your players, but they also don't know what you know. And so they're going to play... Don't force them to play a specific way, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It's a collaborative storytelling game. And as the dungeon master, you're setting up the stage for the actors, the players, to perform. You have the plot kind of loosely out there, and if they don't go to this exact place to follow the plot point, it's alright, you're the DM. Put it somewhere else right in their path. But make it make sense, don't do something ridiculous. It's like, oh, this doesn't make sense why this is here. So, but you'll get it. It gets easier the more you do it. Anything else to add? No? Cool. Cool.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe, and leave comments with what you want to hear next from us.
Yes, leave questions. We want to do this more often.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys. You're all wonderful.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.